7 major ways God brings two people together romantically. Ever wonder how two people, out of billions in the world, end up finding each other and falling in love? It's not always by chance. Sometimes, God has a hand in guiding two hearts together. Today, we'll talk about the ways God brings two people together. If you've been waiting and wondering how love will find you, this might just give you the answers you need. 1. Through divine timing. One of the biggest ways God brings two people together is through perfect timing. You might have crossed paths with someone before, but it wasn't the right moment. Maybe one of you needed to grow, heal, or learn a few life lessons before you could be ready for each other. When the timing is right, it can feel like everything suddenly clicks into place. God often works behind the scenes, aligning everything so that when you meet the person meant for you, it happens when you're both ready to receive that love. It's a reminder that His timing is always perfect, even when we can't see it at first. 2. By aligning your paths. Sometimes God brings people together by weaving their lives in ways that seem almost too coincidental. Maybe you moved to a new city for work, only to meet someone who just so happens to be there for similar reasons. Or perhaps you've joined a church, started a new hobby, or attended an event, and suddenly you meet someone who feels like they've been placed in your life on purpose. God aligns paths in ways we can't always predict, but when it happens, it feels like you were meant to meet all along. These moments remind us that God is always guiding us, even when we don't realize it. 3. Through answered prayers. Prayer is a powerful way to connect with God's plan for your life, including your love life. If you've been praying for a relationship that honors God, you might be surprised at how He answers. Often, people meet their future partners after they've spent time in deep prayer, seeking clarity and asking for God's guidance. It could be that you've prayed for a partner who shares your values, supports your faith, and encourages you to grow spiritually. And then, out of nowhere, someone enters your life who embodies everything you've been asking for. That's not a coincidence. That's God at work, answering your prayers in His perfect way. 4. By putting you through a season of growth. Before God brings the right person into your life, He might lead you through a season of personal growth. Maybe you faced heartbreak, disappointment, or even loneliness, and it's all part of God's plan to prepare your heart for something greater. These times of growth can be difficult, but they are necessary. God uses these seasons to mold you, teach you patience, and strengthen your faith. When you've reached the other side of that growth, He brings someone into your life who complements that journey, someone who appreciates the person you've become. It's a reminder that sometimes the waiting period is God's way of preparing you for the love you deserve. 5. By giving you a sense of peace. When God is at work in your love life, one of the clearest signs is a sense of peace. If you've ever been in a relationship where you constantly felt anxious, unsure, or unsettled, you know how important peace is. When God brings two people together, there's a calm assurance that this relationship is right. It doesn't mean everything is perfect, but it does mean you feel a deep, abiding sense of calm when you're with that person. Your heart is at ease because you know that this connection is part of God's plan. If you feel that peace with someone, it could be a sign that God is bringing you together. 6. By using people around you. Sometimes God works through the people in your life to bring you together with someone. Maybe it's a friend who introduces you to someone they think would be perfect for you, or a family member who keeps mentioning someone they think you'd get along with. God often uses the people around us to guide us toward the relationships that are meant for us. These people might offer advice, make introductions, or encourage you to take a chance on someone. Don't be surprised if the people you trust play a role in helping you find love. It could be God using them as part of His plan. 7. Through a shared purpose or mission. One of the most beautiful ways God brings two people together is by uniting them through a shared purpose or mission. Whether it's serving in ministry, volunteering, or working toward a common goal, God often brings people together who are passionate about the same things. When you meet someone whose purpose aligns with yours, it creates a bond that goes beyond just physical attraction or emotional connection. It's a spiritual alignment. You both feel called to walk the same path, and that sense of shared mission draws you closer. This is a powerful sign that God is working in your relationship, using both of you to fulfill His greater purpose. Have you experienced any of these signs in your own life? Let us know in the comments below.